Welcome! We take a look at the life of the German painter Elfriede Lohse-Wächtler, who enriched Expressionism and New Objectivity with her art, was driven mad, forcibly sterilized, and killed by the National Socialists. Let us now take a look at her life together. Born into a middle-class family in Lebtau near Dresden in 1899, she was able to afford an artistic education at a time when few women were successful as artists. At the age of 16, she began training at the Dresden Royal School of Arts and Crafts and later attended courses at the Art Academy. In 1919, she joined the Dresden Secession and became friends with Otto Dix and Conrad Felixmüller, in whose studio she rented a room. She earned her living with batiks, as well as postcard and illustration work. At the age of 21, she married the painter and opera singer Kurt Lohse. After living for a time in Görlitz and Hamburg, their marriage was overshadowed by many problems: separations, abortions, miscarriages, her husband's infidelities, and children from other women. In 1929, her stressful marriage and financial difficulties led to a nervous breakdown. Her admission to the psychiatric ward of the Friedrichsburg State Hospital influenced her art, as it was there that she created the series Friedrichsburger Köpfe, around 60 portraits of fellow patients. After separating from her husband in 1930, she experienced a creative phase, creating works of the port of Hamburg and unsparing self-portraits, but lived in poverty and returned to Dresden for material reasons. 2 years later, she was hospitalized for schizophrenia. After her divorce in 1935, she was incapacitated and forcibly sterilized due to incurable mental illness. In 1937, the Nazis destroyed many of her paintings as degenerate art and confiscated her works from museums to show them in the infamous Munich exhibition. In 1940, she was deported to the Pirna-Sonnenstein killing center as part of the National Socialist Action T4, in which disabled people were murdered. A sanatorium becomes a killing center. Pirna-Sonnenstein was part of a secret Nazi plan. She was gassed there at the age of just 40, and her cause of death was subsequently changed to pneumonia with cardiomyopathy. Let us now take a closer look at her painting style and her works. Her style was characterized by new objectivity, an honest, sometimes unsparing view of people and their world. Her subjects often included workers, dockers, and prostitutes, as well as the poor and lonely. She painted them as they were and showed their unembellished faces. Her best-known works include The Flower Old Woman, View Over the Harbor, and Self-Portrait in Fantastic Company, which impressively reflects her loneliness and deep desire to belong. Her life's work is considered a pioneering achievement of the avant-garde and a tragic example of the persecution of artists under National Socialism. Many of her 200 or so surviving works were lost to the war and the Nazi regime. We hope you enjoyed this insight into the life and work of Elfriede Lohse-Wächtler. If so, subscribe to our channel for more exciting art stories and share your information about Elfriede Lohse-Wächtler in the comments.